Hello everyone. My name is Alex Lazaris, and I am so excited to take you through Adobe Creative Cloud Express today. So for those of y'all who don't know, this is one of Adobe's latest and greatest products. It's amazing. You don't have to be a designer to start making incredibly powerful and great looking creative. So whether that's a social post, a brochure, a logo, whatever it is, you can do it in minutes through Adobe Creative Cloud Express. So come on over, share my screen with me. Let's dive into it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So already you can see from the Express landing page that it talks through some of the templates, just the templates are one of my favorite things. And I'll walk you through some of the work that we can do really quickly with the templates. And we can start collaborating, share feedback, get into it real time with our clients, friends, coworkers, whatever it is. It's awesome. So let's just jump in. So express.adobe.com is where you can go to get all your dashboard stuff. On the left side, you'll see a couple of key buttons. You've got your kind of new project section that will start to highlight whether you want to do a quick action like resizing, remove backgrounds, convert to JPEG, all that kind of stuff, or if you need to start working with some videos and you need to start trimming sizes, all that. It's super exciting. But for today, we will be working with a little brand I made up the other day called Plant Exposition, so Plant Expo for short. Essentially, it's just a little mom and pop flower plant shop. You can go there, start making your apartment a little bit more green, a little bit more natural, start changing kind of the mood and the vibes of your own little apartment, which is awesome. So I've started already by making our own brand. I'll show you how to do this. Really quickly, I know today we're going to be focusing on like a point of sale brochure or a flyer or maybe a sales like flyer inside the store. So that's what I'm going to be working on, but I want to show you really quickly how I make the logos within Express so that you can do that at home as well. So really quickly, I'm just going to duplicate this so I can show you very quickly how to just mess around how I built this logo really quickly through Express. Now it's duplicated. I'm going to go in there and edit. I see a bunch of great people in chat. Jack, Tanya, Cody Bear, Steve, what's up everybody? Welcome to the stream this morning. All right, so right now everything is grouped. Ungroup it on the corner. That way you can start playing with the actual type layers. What I ended up doing was building Plant Exposition as our primary title in a circle motif, which is over here. You can just press with the curves. You can change that constantly. Super easy to do. Really awesome. Just quick edits can happen really quickly within Adobe Express. I've got this little kind of mark that I built here, and that's actually built out of 4 different symbols that I got from the icon section over on the far left side of the screen. Honestly, you can go in there and find your own. You can change this out if you want to. But what I ended up doing was duplicating this in 4. What you can do to duplicate is you can go up to the far right and click it, and then you can duplicate. So you can duplicate with the duplicate button or Command D. And it will give you a second option. I then rotated it and then kind of mounted it. So you can just do that really quickly. So if I was to change out the icons, you can do that really, really fast. Also, who doesn't love a little bit of live, laugh, love memes in there, or memes, as Annika has said correctly in chat. Leaf, laugh, love is what we're going to go with. Hopefully we can throw in a bunch more puns as we are working through this brand. Let's have some fun with it. I mean, it's not a real brand. It's just for fun, just to learn how to use Adobe Creative Cloud Express. So we might as well have some fun with it. Then from here, if I built this logo and I love it, what I can do is just go up to the download button on the top right and then click PNG if I want to. And then it will give me the option of downloading either a solid color. So it'll take that background color, which is that green we have, or transparent. And this is really, really helpful for you and your business by kind of separating out those layers. So all you have is a clear background and you can put it on any collateral you need. Super important for us as we start to think about a brochure. So in my head, the way that we're looking at this project is, oh no, it's a spring sale. We need to drum up some new business today just to make some more money and sell some of these plants that maybe aren't gonna survive the summer or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a plant expert, but I know that I need to make business and I need to make a brochure so I can encourage some sales. So what I'm going to do is actually go over here and I'm going to go custom size graphic. And you can see already, it's already got your beautiful templates around, social posts. So you got your square 1x1s, you got your Instagram stories, you got your Facebook covers, YouTube thumbnails, posters, everything. So what we're going to do today, we're going to work on our kind of letter print. But tomorrow we'll be working with social posts. So stick around tomorrow as well. What we're going to do is 8.5 by 11. We are going to pull it straight in, boom, click the letter option. And now we're starting from scratch. So this will be a little bit more in depth, and then we'll show you how to do the template. So we're going to kind of flip the order. Instead of starting with the template, we're going to make our own today. What I'm going to actually do is start from scratch. I'm going to say, great, I need a photo. Maybe like a background photo would be really great. I'm going to go to plant. I'm going to search in the photo section. And then I'm going to press enter, and it'll start searching. You can also upload your own. So maybe you've already taken some of your shop or some of your friends and family. You can throw that in there as well. But I'm going to keep scrolling down. I saw one earlier today that I want to use. So I'm going to just keep scrolling. It's going to do an endless scroll for you. So it's super helpful. So if you hit the bottom, don't worry. It's just loading. It's thinking, oh, I love this one. So this is the one I want. So I found this image of the kind of white background with the leaves. And I think, okay, cool. Now I can start to play with this. Maybe this is our background piece. I'm going to actually rotate it. I'm going to just do that. And then I'm going to expand the shape size. Just really, really simply. It's going to load in the higher quality. So don't even worry about that. So just give it a little second to think. And then I'm going to actually take my logos. So if I've created those logos earlier, what I can do is I can go to, actually, let me show you really quickly. So I'll save that for us. Don't worry. Creative Cloud Express is awesome with saving your projects. Sometimes you might need to give it a little reload. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the brand section. And then from here, you can click the create a brand. And with that logo that you've already kind of downloaded, you can upload it here, which is super awesome. You can see here really quickly. It's asking me to upload my image. You can do transparent backgrounds, full color images, whatever you need to do. Super great. I will show you really quickly for plant exposition. I have added my color palettes in there. You can add more if you need. You have additional secondary and tertiary options for your logo as well. Super, super, super simple. Fonts you can also choose in that space as well. So this creates your own brand, and it just makes creating those assets so much faster. So I highly encourage everybody to, take those couple of minutes to set up your brand early, and then you can start just quickly knocking out content. All right. Let's just choose white background. And then I'm going to go get that photo again. Actually, I have a version that is a little bit further along. I'm going to go here. So I've got this image. I've already stretched it across. This is a really great, easy spot to start from. I can start messing with this image now. Now I have it in the background. I can add enhancements to it. So you've got this section here. It's called enhancements. You can up the contrast, lower the contrast. You can change the brightness. I might want the brightness to be kind of high and the contrast to be as well, just so I can try to get this background white to be as close to white as possible, so that I'm not having to, adjust layers in the print file, or, not have to waste as much ink when I'm printing this at home or for my business. If you're going to a printer, maybe it's not as big of a concern, but if you are, starting this business from your house, or you need to do it really quickly before going to the storefront, it's super helpful to just lower some of the amount of ink that you have to print. So now you've got this great kind of middle section for this copy. What I'll do is I'll grab a logo. I'm going to grab my transparent green logo. So the background is green, or sorry, the background is transparent, but the logo itself is green. You can start to see how this logo can just fit in that space really lovely. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so I'm going to move this over just slightly to give it a little bit more space. And so there's an interesting amount of contrast between, or not enough contrast between, or similarity between the background leaf colors and the green on the actual logo itself. So what I could do is I have a couple different options. Whoop. So I have a couple different options. I can either adjust this image in the background by doing the filters button, and I can change this color palette. So this is a dual tone. I know Andrew Hockradle loves the duotone a lot. You can change the inverse of it. You can change this background color if you want it to really just be white, something like that. You can start really messing with the color palettes with it. You got options here that are by default, which is cool. But I want to keep some of that green that is in our brand, so I don't want to do it too much. Again, enhancements gives you options to play with that as well. You can also blur the background image. So maybe you just want to hint at the fact that there's leaves behind, but you don't want to actually see the high fidelity leaf images, then you have that option here. Or you can just kind of let it be super crystal clear in the background. So I'm going to turn off the blur filter. I'm actually going to just adjust the opacity, this slider right here, adjust that. So what I'm going to do is actually just kind of lower the opacity just a tiny bit. And that starts to bring in that green, starts to match from the leaves and into our logo, which is super, super easy. All right, so I've got text. And I know that I don't have my typical comic papyrus in here, which I know many of the regulars in here love, but I'm going to use Hobo. Hobo is an underappreciated and underloved typeface. Land, a design agency, has recently used them, and it's great, and it's now trendy again, which I love. And I'm going to put spring sale. So this is just going to be my big call to action. I'm going to get people really excited about the sale. Got my logo there. Now I can start to maybe duplicate this just by clicking that button up there, or there we go. And then I can change this. So Hobo doesn't really have that many like weight varieties, but I'm going to click Hobo regular, so the French spelling of it, and it gives a little bit lighter of a weight. So that's going to be a lot more helpful for me to give a little bit of a hierarchy for this secondary copy and call to actions. So I've got some copy here. I'm going to just copy paste it in real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. So here we go. Now I've got that copy. That's looking pretty good. Maybe I need to pull in our, our next type, our secondary color palette. Maybe it's not going to be legible enough, but we'll see. Again, if you built the brand, you can see that by making it the default brand for your business, you can quickly just click the typeface, or sorry, the color palette from your dropdown right here. It's already at the top, which is super helpful. I'm going to go a little bit more gray green, not necessarily fully green. And that's an option. I also have other options with the type. So I can do a shape background if I want to. I can do a shadow option. I can do an outline. There's so much customization you can do with Adobe Creative Cloud Express. What I'm actually going to do here, though, is I'm going to see how maybe there's like a grid. Maybe the grid will help a lot. We'll just keep messing with stuff and we'll see what feels best. So you've got so many great, cool options. So if I wanted this to, I could just kind of use this as an opportunity to grid it out and fill the full width, which is sometimes helpful, sometimes not. It's really up to you and what you're looking for. This is a fun little grid system that starts to adjust how the type is laid out horizontally and vertically. Lots of just really fun things you can start messing with. And you can already see this is already feeling really well, or feeling really good. I'm going to do something like this, actually. So a little bit tracked out, a little bit wide, very kind of small. Maybe I'll need to adjust that later, but yeah, I think I will. Let's do magic. So I'm going to do this. I want everybody to be able to read this. I think I'll use that tracked out version, or the one with lots of spacing between the letters, down below with the contact information, address, location, email address, stuff like that. So, all right, let me get a little bit more contrast in this type pairing. So not a full black, but a little bit like a gray black. And then I'm just going to center this. Boom. Spring sale, Monday, get in there. All right. And now I'm going to put, Planter Pete's email address. So I'm just going to do that again. So I can actually just duplicate again, duplicate, drag down, and then put copy paste, pete@planexposition.com. And then what we talked about earlier was just gridding it up. So maybe there's that could work actually, but maybe not. Maybe I need to lower the width. So there's letter spacing here. I just want to shorten that up. And adjust that. I think that actually is just not very legible. So I'm just going to do like a traditional centered, and I will do a little bit wider letter spacing. Do a little bit wider letter spacing and then shrink it down, and then I'll put that kind of right in the center. Cool. So look at that. Really simple. You've already got one kind of spring sale flyer. You can hand this out to people as soon as they start walking into the store, which is awesome. And CJ is asking, can we make Leaf Laugh Love a real thing? Absolutely. Why not? Leaf Laugh Love is definitely going to happen. So I'm going to entitle it by just clicking that top left corner, Expo Flyer 1. Boom, perfect. All right, so that's, one very, very quick. You can also just make it even bigger if you need people to read it like much louder. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that works. I think that does. I'll just put Pete's contact information up there. And then I'll change it back to green. Cool. Easy. All right, let's go to templates now. Save the project, and then I'm going to click New. So I can click Flyer. That'll give me a default starting spot. I'm going to click Plant on there because it's already saved my search. And you can already see, look, this is so cool. You've already got starting spots. So you don't have to come with ideas. You don't have to come with, content already. You can start looking at what these beautiful templates already have in store for you. And you can start to use that to build a really strong anchor for your collateral. So here's an example. I really like how this flyer is laid out. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just change this background color to be on brand for Plant Expo. I'm going to delete maybe a little bit of the content here, and then I'll put my own in. And I'm going to ungroup this. I'm going to change the name. I'm going to say Plant Exposition. And then I'm going to change this to the typeface Hobo. Make it feel on brand. I'm going to do a left aligned and then change it to our green. And you can already see, boom, I've got a logo. Then I'm going to just change this. Maybe I'll keep this typeface because I kind of like it. Let's see how it looks when I put spring sale. So that's not too bad. The brown on brown is looking pretty good as well. So I'll probably keep this color palette. And then I'm going to want to really highlight some of the key benefits of the sale. So maybe it's 30% off all potted plants. But first, let's see here. We've got this filter on this plant, which is cool. It's making it look like a silhouette, but maybe I want the actual original icon. So you got that, which is really cool. So what I can do is also duplicate this image, and I'll show you how easy it is. So if I click this and I go click replace up here, I can find any plant image I want or illustration, and I can just start swapping it out. Just one click automatically changes that asset. Very, very easy, very simple. Like, ooh, maybe this branch will work. It's got cropped on there. I can change that if I want to. It's got a potted plant. Maybe that's cool. So you've got a lot of different options you can do. You can even start to incorporate like a header kind of illustration if you want to. So I'm going to stretch that across the top, and then I'm just going to put that like here. And if I want to, I can go down to this layer section down below, and I can pull my business name above it. So I can pull it all the way up. Spring sale. And then that'll let me click it really easily, and I can just pull it down if I want to. So you've got a lot of options, which is super, super exciting, super easy to just make these brochures. If I forgot that I needed to have a sales piece this morning before going into the store, then I can quickly hammer this out and get back to work. I'm going to actually just move this back up, and I'm going to actually start to play with the filters. I know we've got already these dual tones, the darkens. Maybe that actually feels pretty good on our brand. The multiply, I think, is actually the move. Let's see how that goes. All right, so we've got plant exposition. We can throw our logo in the corner somewhere, but I think we really need to pump up the jams. We need to tell people, listen, we've got 30% off today. So how are we going to do that? 30%. Oops, I'm not typing in the type section. 30% off. Sorry about that. I'm going to change it to hobo. Maybe that will be a little bit. Boom. Let's get big. All right, so we got that. We're going to make it big, green, powerful. I'm going to adjust. Let's see. Okay, so this is a great option of being able to start messing with our grids. So we got these great grids. Magic. That's what I need. Okay, magic. And then I can mess with line spacing. Just get it a little bit closer. Boom. It's massive now. I'm going to do that. Throw it in the corner. And I'm actually going to pull this down. 30% up top. I'm going to counterbalance this shape plant below. Spring sale. So I'm going to bring spring sale. I'm actually going to adjust. Woo. Sometimes you'll see spring sale. There you go. Everything needs to be a little bit more cohesive. I'm going to change this to hello. Cool. Got a little lockup now. That's super, super awesome. I'm going to adjust this just ever so slightly to be a little bit more balanced in the bottom and the corner right there. So it makes a perfect square. I'm going to lock this up in the corner. I can group that together. Bang, perfect. And then what I can do is start pulling in some of this copy really, really quickly. Oops. Duplicate this. We've got 4 minutes. We can knock this out really, really fast. Let me show you. All right, so we got hobo. I'm going to change this again. I'm going to adjust this color palette to be the brown. Deals on, and adjust that. And then I'm going to throw my contact information here. Okay, cool. We are doing it. We're going to pull this over, just lock it up a little bit more, and then I'm going to just adjust this copy just ever so slightly, make it lined up with the left side of this. Cool. It's looking good. Now, do we throw in a quick little leaf, laugh, love? I think so. Let's do it, chat. All right, leaf, laugh, love. Add text. Leaf, laugh, love. All right, and then I'm going to make it like a curved type. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make that green. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is actually, now that I got that leaf, laugh, love, I'm going to actually just stack this over here next to it. And I'm going to grab a little heart very quickly. So I'm going to go to icons and I'm going to type in heart and find one that I feel like is kind of close to in like kind of shape language. All right, so now I'm going to do that, change the color palette, boom. Then I'm going to lock this up together. I'm going to align the selections and I'm going to group it. And then if I want to, I could just rotate it slightly. I can also mess with this, get a little bit. Nice, that's looking cute. All right, cool. So that's pretty simple in terms of just getting these lined up, starting to find some hierarchy. Leaf, laugh, love, I think honestly should be in the bottom left corner. I'm going to take this piece. I might actually just rotate it back. Let's find out if this is, I'm going to ungroup it really quick and then just align the selection a little bit more. So it felt optically off, but I guess it's geometrically sound. Nick Longo, what's up? Leaf, laugh, love. There's the magic. Yes, exactly. We're going to let our creativity blossom on this stream. Cool. So we got our little lockups here. We've got our plant. I'm going to actually use this plant to fill up a little bit more space because I think it's looking a little light right now. That's okay sometimes. Sometimes you need that white space. Actually, we can just take this and mess with Pete's contact information. We'll make it pretty small down below at the bottom. Just in case somebody needs to reach out to us, they can reach out to Mr. Pete, Planter Pete, as we call him. Cool. So that's really simple. In less than 30 minutes, we've made 2 flyers. We've already started to pull together our brand system, our logos, our flyers. So I'm really excited about this. Stick around for tomorrow. We're going to be working on social templates and social posts with this. And so it's going to be super, super awesome, super beneficial for your business. And I cannot wait to see you all then. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out, and we'll see you shortly. Bye-bye.